Ready. Play.
Hello and welcome. Andre, it seems like you've joined us just in time before this quarterfinal match in Eastbourne between Emma Raducanu and Daria Kasatkina. So an interesting prospect this match. We've got a match between Kasatkina, who was the runner-up last year in this tournament, and an apparently resurgent Emma Raducanu, who has just come off one of the best wins in her career, her first top 10 win, technically, against so it's okay. I think we've lost. Andre's muted. Okay. So Emma Raducanu's come in incredible, through an incredible match in this round of 16 against Jessica Pegula, coming from a set down, winning a tie break, and then winning the final set 7-5. She had to come through a lot of tough moments there, and surprisingly came through. And it's going to be an interesting match, a very different prospect for Raducanu. Kasatkina plays a very different style, very unpredictable, a lot of variation, and she's going to have to be ready for this. So now we've got Raducanu serving, and that ball's dropped in. Kasatkina plays the slice, another slice from Raducanu, and it goes out from Kasatkina. So first point goes to Raducanu.
Hey guys. Hi Eddie.
Hi Andre. Yeah, just in time.
Yeah. Sorry, I was having some audio issues. I couldn't connect to my headphones,
no worries.
But we're here.
Yeah, I don't know where you are in the stream, but if you've got the stream up, I've just seen Raducanu go 30 love up, so maybe I'm a bit behind.
I'm at 40 love already.
Okay, yeah.
Are you in the States or UK?
No, I'm out in actually in South Korea. So yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah. I think it's taken a little bit of time, for the stream to go all the way from the UK back to here, but yeah.
So what did you pick up so far?
Really we just started there. Just talking about Kasatkina, and it's going to be a very different match, this one, for Emma, after coming through a great match against, obviously, Pegula. Kasatkina plays a different style, a lot more unpredictable. But for Raducanu, she's I think that she's got a good chance to win this one. I don't know what you think. I'm actually feeling pretty positive about Emma's chances here.
Yeah, me too. I felt like especially after yesterday's win, she should be a little bit even more confident that she can take this win. Seeing some predictions that like Raducanu would win this match, so I feel like it's it's pretty level. Just thinking who's going to be able to handle the wind better today.
Yeah, that's right. It has been very windy.
I tend to think that Kasatkina has a better game for this just because of her topspin, but I don't know.
And she almost, she want it to be unpredictable almost. That's her style, and that's I think here actually Raducanu is going for her first semi-final appearance since 2022. And that was actually the last time she made a semi-final was here in Korea, in Seoul. And she had to retire against Ostapenko I was at the match actually,
Nice.
but yeah, that was obviously unfortunate. But it seems like now, so far, the physical issues have left her behind for the moment. She's not been playing too busy a schedule, but I mean, a lot of people criticize her for not playing the French Open, but it seems like it might have been a good choice at the moment. So we'll see how this goes. I've just seen that ball go long. I think that was it to make it 40 love, but to Kasatkina.
Yeah. It looks like I'm even ahead of the score that you have on the screen right there, which is weird.
Yeah, I think though the Google one tends to be a little bit slow because sometimes, I have streams quicker than that. Yeah, unfortunately, this stream I've got is actually going through a VPN, so that's probably why it's a bit slow. So did you see any of the other matches here?
I got to watch very briefly some of Fernandez Krejcikova in the first round, and I saw good chunk of the final set between Raducanu and Pegula, but not so much after that.
Yeah, I pretty much just seen. I watched most of that match, the Raducanu match against Pegula. Yeah,
it was good.
Very.
Yeah.
There was a lot of tight moments. I mean, and you thought, well, because Raducanu did really well because Pegula was up 6-4, 3-1. She was down a break. She had to come back, and the tie break was very tight. She played. I think she faced a break. Set. A match point. She faced a match point and actually played that point really, really well. She hit a winner, I think. The forehand up the line, and then she closed it out. But then she went like what three games up, was it 5-2, and then but then Pegula came back, and I thought, has she blown it? But then she actually she did manage to get the break and close it out. So, but then even then in the final game it was love 40 again, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think so, go ahead.
Just probably. In some ways, that's probably nice for her, though, to be able to come through that tough moments like that. Obviously, she would hope that she's not going to end up in so many tricky situations again. But to come through, obviously, is probably good for her mentally anyway.
Yeah, I thought that it was interesting to see. It felt like Pegula was not necessarily at her best physically. Maybe she was. Some people were saying that she was tired from she won a title the week before. She hasn't had the best of seasons, but I think that Raducanu did well to get back from love 40 and find those first serves. I feel like she was able to play the points when it mattered, and even getting that win was important because you know that even if your top 10 opponent is not at their best, you still need to like close it out, because otherwise they'll find a way to get back in it. And Pegula was very, very close to getting back into it. And who knows if it went back into a tiebreaker, maybe Raducanu would have been even more tight and wouldn't be able to close it out. So
she did well to get that done. I felt that as well. Pegula, at some point, she felt like she did look a bit low in energy, but at the same time, Raducanu definitely seemed like that in sort of the start of the second set. I don't know. I think she seemed to be blowing her nose or something. I don't know if she has a cold or some allergies or something, but she seemed a bit low in energy, but sort of came through that and then got, she started doing well. So, it's kind of weird because it's like, we haven't really had a period where she's sort of had a positive run results and been fit at the same time. And so it's kind of hard to sort of make let's say predictions about where she should be or where she's going with, but I mean at the moment she's looking pretty good as she's best as she's done for a long time. So For Kasatkina, she was actually the runner-up here last year, right?
Great question. Let me take a look at this. I'm actually right on. Yeah, she was. She lost to Madison Keys.
And it was a long tiebreak that she lost.
Yeah. 15-13.
Yeah, so she's a versatile player. She plays well on different surfaces, and
yeah,
I think she's a smart player. So.
Yeah, I'm not fully sure how grass because Talking Tennis just posted in the chat, like, I think this could be an easy straight set wins for Emma, grass being the main reason. I think it's too quick to put Kasatkina out. She has had like a good success on grass, as you mentioned. She made the final here last year. Even though she lost Wimbledon in third round last year as well. Lost to Sabalenka last week in Berlin. So, but it was to, so, we're number 2, one of the favorites to win the title. She's managed to reach the quarterfinals in Wimbledon back in 2018. So it may be too early to say that Raducanu is the favorite player on grass. I think Kasatkina has enough experience on the surface to be dangerous.
Yeah, and just enough experience, I think, in general. And she's been around for a while and high up in the game. I think just her styles. She's a thinker on the court, I think so. But so is Raducanu, and I'm just at juice now.
Yeah,
second serve. You're probably ahead of me.
A little bit.
A little bit of pressure here for Raducanu, but already faced a break point.
I'm surprised at how hard Raducanu is hitting her backhands, especially.
Yeah, some of those cross-court backhands, the passing shots as well, they were really quite impressive, actually.
Yeah, just finding all the angles right now. She's just got such an aggressive style, like all the time, just all out. Which is interesting because, like, back when she returned to play in 2022, or 2023, I can recall, I think was around maybe Stuttgart time, I believe. Remember seeing her playing, lost a quarterfinal to Tech. One of the things that was a little bit interesting to see for me was that she was very conservative in her shots. She would try to keep her forehand very spinny, trying to like kind of find a middle ground between aggression and just staying in the rally. And I feel like normally, and I've seen this happen as well, like against with other aggressive players like Shapovalov, when they try to compensate a little bit for their aggression and just putting in a bit more topspin. What happens is they end up being too passive, and their shots aren't necessarily strategically played. They're just having net clearance. But it's worse than neutral because it's kind of putting them in a position where the other player can attack or like dictate a point with like a more strategic way of playing. Like you said, Kasatkina has this thinking style, and I think it's better for her to kind of try to stick to her guts a little and be more aggressive. Sure, she can try to find some more margin, but I would imagine that it's better to try to stay truer to your style, and if you're going to be more conservative, at least that you should try to be finding a way to find that aggressive position and try to find that aggressive forehand or backhand so that you can finish the point early.
Already got a break there. Yes, Kasatkina, Raducanu sending the forehand long. So already tough opening here for Raducanu. I should get the comments up.
Thanks to all the bots. That's hilarious.
Yeah, 5,000. Yeah, because it felt like it was only 4,000 like yesterday. But yeah, like it doesn't feel like that long ago. Oh, that's my channel. Yeah,
Nice.
if
I'll
you want to
check
check
it out.
out.
Yeah.
So yeah, do you think Kasatkina? Do you have any? Are you leaning one way or the other in this match already at this stage, or?
Mm. I think it will depend a lot on Raducanu's first serves. I know it seems like a little too much, but like as in like a simplistic view, but in the sense that like one of the reasons I found that Pegula was really being able to get back into the match yesterday was that she was attacking the second serves. And whenever Raducanu had the first serves, she at least felt more confident that a better way to dictate the points in her game. So for Raducanu, I feel like it's going to be really important to keep her first percentage up. And yeah, she's going to need to return a little bit better as well. But yeah, it's tough to say. But as far as the match is going, so right now, Kasatkina seems to be a bit more fresh and a bit more, level-headed. I feel like Raducanu could be trying to, find a little bit more tactics. Yeah.
Maybe.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Raducanu maybe feeling a little bit of pressure, obviously at home.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more expectation now, obviously coming through, a higher ranked player. And yeah, as I say, it's just a different game style. She's just a bit more tricky to play. Yeah, I think when you were talking about the second serve that broke down for Raducanu, I think that was, especially in that the final set, was to do with some of the nerves coming in. She just wasn't finding that. But yeah, it was a problem.
Yeah, it's like right now she's already at 50%. She only served 4 second serves, but Kasatkina has a very low first serve percentage and has won 80% of her second serve so far. So there's something there that can be explored for Raducanu. But I think that one of the reasons why right now Kasatkina is up is that she's just unfazed at the moment with Raducanu's shots. She's not backing up. She's kind of waiting for her opportunity, trying to pick up the patterns, and understanding that if Raducanu just keeps hitting like this, she's going to make a few mistakes. Yeah, I'm a little worried right now because Raducanu isn't really moving.
Yeah, and for Kasatkina looks fresh. Yeah, she looks up for it. Let's see if Raducanu can respond.
Yeah, the way the match started, I felt like Raducanu was in better shape, but right now it's just she seems like she's lost a half a step right now for some reason.
I mean, yeah, it might have obviously that match would have maybe taken a bit out of her in terms of emotionally as well as physically, but
that's the one thing that she isn't really doing in reverse, right? It's like when you get your first win against a top player, normally the next match is not great. That's the one thing that Raducanu is doing, like as per the regular career path that players take.
Yeah, I mean, the maybe positive things you can sort of take from that is the fact that she was behind and she did look like in a difficult spot, and then sort of rode through it and came back. So yeah, obviously a long way to go, and But yeah, obviously the wind here seems to be bothering her. I mean,
yeah.
On the serve.
I mean, I do feel for these players right now. Playing in the wind is definitely the worst condition that I can think of.
Yeah, and Kasatkina, I mean, you see her just chipping back that return there, and she's happy to slice that all day, I think, because, like you said, I'm not sure if Raducanu is feeling so comfortable with the ball moving about like that. That was a good backhand cross court. We've seen a few of those recently from Raducanu. Good morning, Ashley. Ashley's in the chat.
Hey, Ashley. Also, hi, Jake. I didn't say hi to you. Been there for a minute now.
Oh, yeah. So as it looks like Emma's got a game point here. Yeah, she's got a game point, and I'll see if she can close this one out.
Do you want me to spoil it for you?
You can give me a spoiler, but
yeah, we're gonna go back to deuce.
okay.
Up to you to see how that happened.
Yeah, that was a bit of a on the run, the backhand. That was well out.
Oh,
a couple of shots like that. Okay. Yeah, she definitely doesn't look too comfortable at the moment, Emma. It feels like this game's going to be really important. She really needs to probably take this to settle down.
Yeah. You'll see after this next point, Raducanu is going to show some emotion. I think the wind is getting into her head a little bit. The craftiness of Kasatkina also seems to be annoying her a little bit as well, of the slices and just bringing the ball back, no pace.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, it's interesting, the way she plays sometimes, because it almost looks quite sort of casual, like on the forehand, and then I think it's a little bit hard to read sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah. She's just putting her hands up there, Raducanu, just like, what the F? Well, I mean, obviously it's windy. And there we go. Yeah, so Raducanu broken again. She's down 4-1. I was going to say, yeah, I mean...
You'd almost feel that... Go on.
Go on.
Oh,
I was just going to say, it's just because it's windy, yeah. But...
Yeah, like you'd almost feel that a player like Ostapenko would be a better opponent today just because he has a little bit of more rhythm and like a shot
sure.
they kind of know what to expect.
Yeah.
The Kasatkina is in the win is probably not a good matchup today for Raducanu.
Yeah, and for probably a lot of players, right? It'd be difficult. So,
Frankly.
but yeah, I was just saying because it's obviously Eastbourne. This is right by the sea, so
I actually had no idea of the geographical location of Eastbourne until 5 minutes before this stream. We just wanted to Google it and figured out it was right by the ocean, southern England.
Yeah, it's apparently one of the sunniest places in Britain. So, I mean, I'm not saying much, I know, but
it did look very different from what you think of England.
Yeah, it looks nice, right? But it's been reasonable weather recently, I think. Because like the start of the month, the weather wasn't very good in Britain. It seemed really bad, actually. Very, very cold and just gloomy.
Yeah.
There were so many rain delays, right? And
so I expected from the UK, honestly.
Yeah.
Ashley asks, what's Dash's best surface? Without looking, I would say probably hard. But let me check it out.
She's done well on clay though as well, right? So I mean,
yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. She has a game for clay as well.
Raducanu, came in very close again on the second serve. She was doing that a lot against Pegula, coming in very close. It was effective, but that was a pretty nice drop shot there from Raducanu. You kind of feel like Kasatkina would be coming out in most of those sort of slice battles, but that was actually well done from Raducanu. But I think my stream's well too far behind though.
I feel like Raducanu is basically, I won't say throwing the set away, but she doesn't have much hope anymore for the set. So she's just kind of trying to swing for it and see what happens. Trying to like get her head in the game to at least try to find some rhythm for the second set, because I think this one is so to answer the question, Kasatkina is a very good all-round player from all the surfaces. It looks like she has reached finals in Indian Wells. She's won her biggest title, I will say, was she won. Wait, well, it doesn't say what it is, but she won Charleston on clay, albeit the hard-true clay. She's reached the semifinals of the French Open and the quarterfinals of Wimbledon, as I previously mentioned. She hasn't been past fourth round in the hard court slam yet. So mixed results here and there, like Grand Slams differ a little bit, but I guess she has more titles on hard just by virtue of there being more hard court tournaments in general, but seems to be a very all surface player.
Yeah, but looks like Kasatkina is going to take this one quickly down love 30 for Raducanu. And I suppose for now, Raducanu's got to think about what she's going to do differently in the second set, so that's probably going to be a second set. Now,
Yeah.
and like, well, I mean, what should she do differently? I mean, I think definitely she'll need to get more good serves in, I would say. But
Yeah. We'll have to see the stats when they show up, but I think she's made too many enforced errors as well.
Yeah.
I feel like she needs to try to return a little bit deeper. She's been returning a little too short. Maybe the return position hasn't helped very much. And yeah, try to like find herself a bit more in these rallies and not necessarily like making errors early on. Too keen to hit a winner too soon. But yeah, she will have to find a way to bother Kasatkina, which hasn't really happened aside for the occasional incredible forehand or backhand, which you can't count on it happening all the time.
Yeah, that's been few and far between. Yeah. Well, that point there to make it 30-40, I mean, she's got to be able to try and do that a bit more, try and dictate, not be afraid to find the angles there.
Yeah. Just a little bit more info on the surface stats. Kasatkina has indeed a much better winning percentage on clay, almost 70%, 69. On hard court, she has a 60% winning percentage.
Oh.
And on grass, she has a 62% winning percentage. So she's more of a natural surface player.
Yeah, those are pretty good numbers, aren't they? All round. It's like not many players have that sort of balance.
Yeah.
Well, where are you now, Andre?
I'm on deuce, just on advantage Raducanu.
Oh, she's got advantage now. Okay.
Yeah. Did you see a drop shot that went poorly?
I don't know if I can find another stream. I'm really far behind, so I'm like 2 points behind. So it's like,
oh,
okay. I'm at juice, and then yeah.
Okay. Is it Tennis TV?
No. Oh, Tennis TV. I mean, it won't. Oh, actually, yeah. Wait, hang on. I have another idea, so I might try and get a better. See if that's going to be any quicker for the second set. Let's see.
All right.
Try and get that up. Ashley's asking, why is Emma so frustrated today? I think it's just the conditions, right? And I don't think, she's being able to play as freely in the way that she wants to. especially it's very windy, and there's Kasatkina hitting a lot of slices, and more than happy actually to play that sort of cat and mouse game. And it becomes a lot more difficult then to actually sort of judge the ball and be a bit more aggressive. But I think that's what Raducanu actually has to do. But yeah, it's just a question of getting used to the conditions. But
yeah, it is very windy there today, Ashley. There is it's not constant, but there's constant breeze, a bit more than a breeze, I would say, and a few gusts of wind that are definitely annoying her. She stopped a couple serve tosses because of that.
I mean, some of the slices there, there was a really nice backhand slice cross court that Kasatkina hit, but Raducanu did well. I mean, Raducanu as well, she's a technically gifted player. She's got to try and find, her shot somehow. Yeah, so I mean, for her to get a game on the board, I mean, it's more important for her probably mentally going into the second set. I'm not sure if don't write her off yet, but it doesn't look like she's going to take this set, Emma. So. Let's see. I wonder how the Wimbledon qualifiers have gone on, because we've had. Is there just 2 matches going on now, or is that yeah? All the men's matches are completed. Yeah, so we just still got 2 matches still to be done. Zeynep Sonmez is playing against Daria Snegur. Sonmez is from Turkey. She qualified for the French Open last time, and that was big for her. But yeah, she's hoping to serve out and get to a tiebreak in this final set. But back to the court for Emma Raducanu and Daria Kasatkina. Well, that was a double fault. It was the first double fault of the match there. To start off that game from Kasatkina, but she followed it up by taking the next point.
Kasatkina almost made a mistake on the 15-all point, but kind of got away with it at the end.
Yeah, the little drop shot was a bit too. Well, Emma got there, but she just couldn't get it in. So looks like Kasatkina's she's now a point away from taking this first set 6-2. But
I gotta say, I feel like Kasatkina's getting a little annoyed as well at the win. Just trying to finish points a little earlier. Kind of losing her patience a little bit. Which is kind of surprising, being 5-2 up.
it's not always easy to close out sets, is it? Even when they've done it so
Not at
many
all.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kasatkina's got to be careful here because she's maybe a little bit careless there. Yeah, like you said, she's maybe getting a bit frustrated, but but she's closes it out, right? Yeah, so she's 1-6-2.
Yeah. I think that Raducanu is still going to make an impression in the second set. I could see like a 7-5 finish to this one. But
to who though?
yeah, I would say Kasatkina is still looking a little bit more impressive right now.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, Emma's got to find something. I mean, she's got to, as difficult as it is with this wind, like, yeah, I think she's just got to try and take control, be a bit more assertive when she can. I'm going to try and see if I can get another stream up that's maybe more in time. Let's see if we can get up here. Do you have any thoughts on, obviously we're coming up to Wimbledon, on who you think will take the title on the women's side?
For this tournament?
For Wimbledon.
For Wimbledon. I just to stay true to another tweet that I posted as a reply. For the women's title, I think I had Arina Sabalenka as my favorite so far. What do you think?
You got Raducanu, did you say?
Sabalenka.
Sorry, Sabalenka. Okay, yeah. Sorry. I mean, I think that's a reasonable choice. I was sort of thinking, this maybe Raducanu, sort of early on would be the one, but obviously she hasn't had a great like preparation for this. Obviously she had to withdraw right in the last tournament. She was ill or whatever, but so that's a little bit concerning. I mean, she has had a pretty good year. I mean, I just think obviously she's had success at Wimbledon before, so I mean, she won it before, so yeah, I just felt like she just has a more, like, it just naturally suits her game. But yeah, so, I mean, it's going to be interesting, I think, because I won't be surprised if she does, even if she doesn't win it, she's probably, I think she's got a chance to maybe go further than she has done before. So, but yeah.
That's why Swiatek, you said?
Yeah, well, I don't think she necessarily is going to win, but I think she might have her best result maybe this year.
Yeah.
In the quarters, right, at Wimbledon. So
I think each year she gets a little closer. I don't know what kind of adjustments she would need to make now to make it a little bit further.
Yeah, so I've got a stream up now. I think she just went 40-15.
Yeah.
Raducanu.
Yeah.
So maybe we're about the same spot now. I don't know. Yeah.
So with an ace.
That was an ace, and that was another good first serve there. It just lands in. Oh, but Raducanu snatches at it and it goes low into the net. Yeah, should be wanting a good start for sure in this set. And yeah, getting those good first serves in will definitely help. Oh, but that's into the net. Yeah, that shot dropping short, and then Kasatkina just stepping in and hitting the winner. Yeah, she at times, like, Raducanu still looks a little bit wary about sort of trying to be more aggressive, but I think she has to sort of keep trying to move Kasatkina around. And Kasatkina just has to keep doing what she's been doing, but and yeah, Emma looking very frustrated there as she sends the backhand into the net, and Kasatkina has another break point at the start of this second set. So
yeah, Raducanu's just not enjoying being out there today. She's like kind of
and
affecting every part of her game, like not getting first serves in. Well, she is, but not in those particular times where she really needs them. When the point's going along, she's getting more and more annoyed. And Kasatkina is just doing such a great job putting balls back in.
I mean, that was a great forehand out wide from Raducanu. I think that's what she needed to do. But yeah, Kasatkina did really well to get the back. And
yeah, do you feel like Raducanu probably hesitated a bit? She kind of almost couldn't believe that this one made it back over the net. So I think there's a bit of preparedness that needs to be in her head a little bit more of this. But it's understandable. She's so frustrated right now. I feel like she just kind of wants to hit winners, and it's not happening, and it's getting more frustrated because of that.
Yeah, I think there was a stat. There was points won and served 80% to Kasatkina, but it was 53% for Raducanu. So yeah, that tells you a lot. But Kasatkina sends that one long. Yeah, it does feel like, I mean, Raducanu started to get more back into the rallies, but even since the end of that first set, but yeah, it's still not looking good enough for her at the moment.
Double fault.
The double fault there. That's giving Emma a half chance here to get back on the board.
I think she's even had a single break point yet in this match. Yeah. Kasatkina has won 6 of 9 break points and Raducanu hasn't had a single one yet.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, and in the last match, Raducanu was getting... she was returning very well, actually. But perhaps just the conditions are making things a little more difficult. She's not handling it as well as Kasatkina can.
Yeah. Oh.
But that was another double fault. And I can hear some of the crowd getting excited for Emma. So she's going to have at least 2 break points. Ooh. That was just into the body there, wasn't it? And she couldn't quite return it. And that was a really nice, the backhand down the line, doing the work there for Raducanu, and finally she gets a break point.
Maybe this could be the one thing that she needed to get some more confidence that she can, keep up in this match.
Yeah, and it's just, she's got to get she'll need to hold here as well, I think, to sort of get that feeling back, I think. An immediate break back is not going to...
There wasn't even a celebration after breaking. She just kind of felt relieved that the ball didn't come back at this time.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, got lucky there. But great job, defending.
I think that was really well read from Raducanu, and again, maybe taking Kasatkina a little bit by surprise. But yeah, Kasatkina probably should have done better. She was a bit casual with that.
Yeah. Oh, now Lady Luck is on Raducanu's side, it looks like.
Yeah, well, she'll probably need it at this point, but...
That one could have gone either way of the net. Dropped so close. Yeah, I have to say this is a very strange match. I can't really get a read on especially how Kasatkina is feeling, because she won the first set 6-2, got a first break, hit a couple of double faults, and is, seems to be getting frustrated for no reason, really. Not that I expect her to run away with this, but I think the things that are going wrong for Kasatkina shouldn't be getting to her head as much as they are right now.
Yeah, right. But, it's interesting because, it's windy, but for some players, it just seems to get under their skin a lot more than others. But yeah, for Kasatkina, it does seem like she shouldn't be too bothered because it's been going well. So
yeah,
That's a double fault there from Emma. So,
Remember, she got broken from 40-15 up in the first game of the set as well. So
that's right. Yeah.
her serve's not really coming in right now.
Yeah, I'm back on juice. So this is, like I said, I mean, yeah, you break back, but it's not really a real hold. Sorry, it's not really a proper break back until you've held serve. So, yeah, especially where Emma is right now, she probably needs this more just to feel a bit more confident going forward.
Good idea that slow down a little bit on the first serve to try to get it in. But this rally is going all the way to Kasatkina so far. So
yeah, and
there you go.
Yeah, a Kasatkina rally that she'll be happy with those if she all day, I think.
It's so much spin that she puts on the ball.
Oh.
No challenges. I don't think anybody has even challenged so far yet in this match.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it must have been out. It was a little bit tricky to tell from where we were, but yeah.
Not even a frustration challenge.
It felt like an error that she shouldn't be making. I mean, it was hard for us to tell. I mean, how much that is the wind and how much is just but can't say actually that I've played tennis much when it's been that windy. But do you play tennis yourself?
I used to play a lot more than I do now, but
Yeah,
definitely hated the wind.
mm-hmm.
It's definitely the worst possible condition. It's just the ball is just basically unpredictable, especially for amateurs, I guess, like for me. But for a pro, there's a little bit more consistency. But there's definitely some, when you change of ends, there's a speed change on the ball, like how fast it's coming at you. There's directions, like sometimes you're calculating ahead and you miss the sweet spot on the racket by a couple millimeters, or you end up shanking a shot because of the wind. So it's just even your serve, which is supposed to be the most controlled shot you have in the tennis match, just becomes, your toss needs to be on point, or it needs to be so it's just it's not a great time to be out there in the wind. Oh.
Did that not feel like she could have got that ball? Or was that just me, or did it just die? But
I think she could have reached it, but yeah.
Yeah. That was well long from Kasatkina, but so. Oh, another one. Sort of rushing it there a little bit, it felt like, but.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, that was a good aggressive return from Raducanu. Yeah, I mean, she's definitely got to do that whenever she can. But, I mean, Kasatkina maybe a little bit in danger of just maybe letting her back into this with some... Oh, but that was a return there from Raducanu that just dropped wide that she probably should have done better with. And Raducanu does challenge, but it looked wide to me. Yeah. And then the confirmation from Hawkeye that it is out.
yeah, it's just the aggression that's kind of being a bit more out of frustration than anything, I'd say.
Yeah, she's got to focus and... That was kind of funny, Raducanu putting her hands on her hips there, and
it's like, this is what I have to do to win a point here.
yeah, because it was a really good point, but it's like,
yeah, kind of have to hit almost clay court tennis to win a point here. It's just hitting every single corner of the court, trying to every single kind of shot, loopy backhands and straight up flat shots, two passing shots, like a two pass play. Oh, yes.
wow.
That's what the top spin can do for you.
Wow. Yeah, that was superb. Of course, this was actually... Yeah, that was good serve. This is actually second meeting between them. And they faced each other once, but it was like 2 years ago in Ostrava.
Yeah.
But I believe, and Kasatkina won in straight sets, but that would have been on indoors. Ooh. That was a nice winner there, though, from Raducanu, so she's hanging in here for now. Yeah, that's just... Oh. Yeah, no, perhaps, I mean, for Raducanu, obviously that was a great win for her in the last match against Pegula, but perhaps does this, if she loses here straight sets, does it maybe take some of the shine off of it, or what do you think? Because I'm sure she was probably hoping to get to semis here at least, but yeah, as I said, it's been a long time since she's been in even a semi. So, and of course, our last final was the US Open final.
Yeah, I feel like losing in straight sets here, or just any loss here, but specifically in straight sets, I think it just kind of puts in check expectations and you know where she's at right now, and just she got her first top 10 win, which is really good, but then that loss in the wind conditions and how she's handling it kind of makes it look like that there is still some decent level of growth that she needs to do in terms of herself as a tennis player, as a tactician on court, and how she handles these types of matches mentally. So yeah, I feel like it's we're finally getting a bit of a better feel of what kind of player Raducanu is right now, because it looks like that US Open win was just so out of nowhere and out of out of anything that is expected to happen on a tennis court ever. That it just kind of left us like thinking like, what is she even capable of doing? Like we don't even know who she is. Like even if she just did win the U.S. Open, we had no idea who this player really was. Like how did she handle pressure? How did she handle, week after week on tour and all kinds of players in all kinds of conditions? I just had no clue.
Yeah.
And now I finally we can probably think that there's like, okay, now we're seeing a little bit more of what are her weaknesses, like what she needs to improve, what bothers her, and what is she good at. And yeah, I feel like those are this match and this tournament's giving us a good idea of what's going to happen for her, at least. Yeah,
that's probably also as much for her as as us. She's
exactly.
Because the number of matches that she's actually played, I mean, it's less than a lot of players that are younger than her, much younger than her actually, and she's still young herself. So,
yeah.
How old is she? Yeah, she's 21 now.
She's 21, yeah.
Yeah. So she gets a first serve in. Nice forehand cross court. She's going up the line, but she actually puts it into the net. And that's another poor start for Raducanu on her service game.
Yeah.
Just a question here. Hi, Andre and Eddie. Who are your top 5 picks to win the women's singles?
I mean, starting off with I'd say Rybakina, Sabalenka, Golf, and I would have to like go back into the rankings and think a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, Rybakina, Sabalenka. I would put Rybakina at the top, maybe just yet. I'm not, but we've just got to love 30 here for Raducanu. And I would feel like if Kasatkina does actually win this game here, I think it's going to be. I feel like it's going to be game over, but we'll see.
Basically, yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, and that forehand just going wide.
Yeah, it just doesn't look like Raducanu has much hope in this match anymore yet.
Yeah, just frustration.
Yeah. Don't know if they do press conferences for her after she loses. She might do it just because it's in England and probably every journalist wants to talk to her at this point. But if that happens, I think we're going to get a very good idea of how frustrated she really is during this match. It's not going to be happy in the press room.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good forehand there. Eventually, one at the point, but yeah, it does feel like she's hitting out of frustration here, and you feel like an error could come here now. Yeah, I mean, she does have to be aggressive, I think, but yeah, you've got to be focused. It's not easy when Kasatkina's there.
And
she's just. Yeah, I mean, that was.
Yeah.
That was just a wild. So. And yeah, that does feel like that Kasatkina is going to take this match now up a double break in this second set. Yeah, going back to the Wimbledon picks, I think, yeah, we've talked about, Rybakina and then Sabalenka. I mean, I guess Goff is up there, but I do think perhaps, and it will be draw dependent, obviously, especially being not a seeded. Osaka does have a chance to go on a run. I'm not sure I would pick her as like an actual for the trophy, but I just feel like yeah, she's still got that quality that, and obviously the big game experience. I think coming into this as well with Wimbledon, she does have a little bit more. Let's say the pressure's off. You know, she's not. It's sort of almost a bonus, right? If she does well, if she goes in a run in Wimbledon for Osaka. But yeah, yeah, who else is in there? I mean, obviously Swiatek. I mean, we have to maybe put her like maybe fifth or something, fourth or fifth.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know some people are putting her higher up, but
Jabbar, I think, could be an interesting pick if she's healthy and feeling so.
Yeah, so maybe Jabbar third or fourth, maybe. But yeah, fourth maybe. But
all right, so that's my call at the change of ends. I gotta leave you for the day. It was really great talking to you, Eddie.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Cheers, Andre. Yeah. See you later.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah, so Kasatkina was about to serve there, but then I don't know what happened there, something in the crowd or something, but well, that was Raducanu just stepping in very close, and Kasatkina hits a double fault. Raducanu was doing that a lot against Pegula, and it was effective. But even if she breaks back here, it does seem like it might be too much for her. I don't know what. That was a nice backhand cross court, and it was finished off at the net on the forehand side by Raducanu. So she's up 15-30. Do we think Emma eased off today in terms of energy for Wimbledon, or am I being too cynical? No, I don't think that's. I don't think she eased off. I think it's partly the conditions, and it's very windy, and I think that the opponent that she's up against is not, and especially in these conditions, not someone that she's been able to get into a rhythm against and play freely in the way that she wants to play, I think. But she has here, Raducanu, 2 break points, so she can break back. I think it's maybe naturally we see a lot of players after they've had a big win, they have a bit of a disappointment after that. We saw that with Jack Draper, who recently beat Alcaraz and then lost in the next match. But Raducanu actually has broken back here, so she does seem to be still. She is certainly still fighting. Kasatkina sending that backhand wide. Certainly, this is a must-win game for Raducanu, I feel. I mean, if somehow Raducanu can come back, maybe we'll see if maybe the wind dies down a bit. That might help her, but that was another error there from Raducanu, sending that forehand wide, which has happened quite a few times today. Perhaps that is the window as well, but yeah, she's just misjudging that, and it wasn't too far wide, but it was wide. I mean, that was an extremely wild backhand there from Emma Raducanu. So, and we've had a few shots like that today from her. Another first serve going long, so second serve for Raducanu. Is she going to get it in? It is in. But Raducanu comes in and Kasatkina passes her with the forehand cross court, and that does feel like now that it's certainly done. Yeah, and Kasatkina, she, as we discussed before, she has a good record on the clay, but she also has a pretty good record here on grass. So she's a versatile player. She hasn't won a title on grass, but she did, as we've got here. She has never won a title on grass, but she has been a finalist in Birmingham and Eastbourne, and she was a finalist last year in Eastbourne. So yeah, she's definitely got some pedigree on this surface, and yeah, I mean, she certainly used the slice well today, and in these windy conditions, it's been tricky, and she likes to mix it up. She can hit good ground strokes when she can, with some power. And yeah, I mean, I just feel like for Emma, she just wasn't able to get in the the rhythm and make the plays. And by the time I think she did start to adjust, Raducanu, I just think it was too late in the match for her. And even so, yeah. Yes, I mean, it's a learning process, and it's probably maybe good in some respects for Emma Raducanu to get brought down. Yeah, she'll go into Wimbledon a little bit more confident, but with perhaps a different mentality now. The question here is, who will be the next Asian Grand Slam winner? The question is, do you mean first time one, or like a new player, or do you mean like the next Asian Grand Slam winner? Because I think, I'm not sure, perhaps it could be Naomi Osaka, but I mean, certainly, I mean, on the women's side, we've got Qinwen, Zhang Qinwen, but she's obviously in the top 10. But in terms of, although she got to the final in Australia, yeah, of course, we've got Raducanu as well. That's true. Yeah, I mean, she could win here, but if we mean a new player, we've got Raducanu, we've had Osaka, but Zhang, yeah, I'm not entirely sure. She hasn't really shown yet what, like, the ability to beat those top players that she probably will need to beat if she's going to win a slam. I mean, her record against these sort of top 4 players is I don't think she's won any of the matches she's played against them. So can she get there? I think it might actually take Zhang to improve her serve a little bit, because she's got a great first serve. She doesn't have quite the percentages that she wants to get on that, but that's absolutely going to help her win more matches. And we have match point here for Kasatkina at 40-30. And yeah, Raducanu sends the forehand return long, and Kasatkina is a deserved winner here, 6-2, 6-2. Perhaps disappointing for Raducanu, and yeah, the conditions may have played a part, but definitely Kasatkina handled that better and was a deserved winner for sure. So yeah, and Kasatkina will go on to the semi-finals, and perhaps she's going to go to the final for the second year in a row. Last year she lost in the final to Madison Keys, and it was a very long tie break that she lost in the second set, 15-13. But this year she's through to the semis, and she will play against Jasmine Paolini. All right, guys, so that's the match over, but it's been fun. Thanks for joining us, everyone, on YouTube, Twitch, everywhere, Instagram, etc.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
Wide from Jabeur, 40-30.
Nervy. I mean, she just wanted Sabalenka to make a mistake, I think, on that point.
She's playing for the Sabalenka unforced error. And then the minute she tried to go for the backhand, it was tight and dragged out wide. And the crowd are applauding. Her coach is trying to lift her up. One more match point.
She's done it with an ace!
Ons Jabeur has just made a Wimbledon final for the second year in a row. Ladies and gentlemen, what a comeback. What a player. Ons Jabeur, the hero of the Arab world.
I couldn't be happier.
The Wimbledon final.
Couldn't be happier. Tennis couldn't be happier.
Ready? Play.
My name is Clara Towson, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
I am Francisca George, and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Susan Leemans, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom. Yeah.
My name is Zainab Sammaz, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hey guys, my name is Sasha Vickery, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hi, my name is Lloyd Harris, and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Paolini, and I'm a friend of the show.
Wow, Jasmine, you got it in one time.